everyone, it's Marie here, jumping on today to talk about the elevator pitch. And I know because this month we're focusing on branding, it's very easy for people to forget that the elevator pitch is kind of basic step one in understanding how you communicate who you are and what you do to others. Now, I'm going to present to you today a very simple framework for how you can always nail your elevator pitch regardless of who it is or how much time you have. And we're going to do it by using 3 simple steps. And in this 1-minute elevator pitch, all you have to do is follow these steps, and you can make sure that every time you are leaving a tremendous impression on the people that you interact with and opening the door to new opportunities and business relationships. So the first step is P. I call this the pitch like a PSA method, and that's because of these letters, so bear with me. But P is to take people to the problem space. When you're able to readily identify and voice that you understand the problems of your potential client, you immediately build trust and credibility. And these are 2 things that are critical in order for an eventual sale to happen. Now, sometimes you might be thinking, Marie, I'm not really selling anything. But that's not true. If you're in business, then you're definitely always selling a product, an idea, or a service. And if you're a service provider, oftentimes the service that you're selling is you. So immediately you want to build credibility and trust so that people feel compelled to work with you on a deeper level outside of this quick interaction you might have in an elevator. So let's take it to the problem space. I'll do my elevator pitch for you now so that you can kind of see how this might work. I had worked for 4 years in the hardest, most stressful job of my entire life. And at the end of that stretch, I found myself sitting down in front of a brand new manager who looked me directly in the eye and told me, I don't even know what you do here. Right? Now that was definitely less than 20 seconds, but right away I'm taking you to the problem space. Because I'm a leadership and executive coach who focuses on women and minorities magnifying their voices in business, I'm immediately identifying that I understand that problem of working so hard and giving it your all and not being seen or heard in the work environment. So right away, I'm opening the door to build rapport with potential clients who might say, yes, I identify with that. I know exactly what she's talking about. And that emotional draw keeps them hooked and wanting to listen to the next part of the pitch. Now that takes us to the S in the pitch. Now the S is the solution. This is where I offer myself as a viable solution for the problem that I've just described and that my potential client is already starting to identify with. So my next 20 seconds is presenting myself as the solution, and it usually sounds something like this. When I left that job and started to start my own business, I knew a lot of things. I knew that it was going to be hard. I knew that being a Black woman in business was going to be hard. And I knew more than anything that I was ready for that change. And as an executive leadership coach who focuses on women and minorities who are looking to magnify their voice in business spaces, that's exactly what I bring to my clients each and every day I work with them. Okay, so notice right away, I've taken us from the problem space and identified 1, 2, or 3 ways that I tackle that problem, right? So helping to let people know, yeah, you felt this way, and what I offer is value 1, value 2, value 3, right? Magnifying your voice, working specifically with women and minorities, and focusing on the business space. And again, positioning myself as someone who can relate to the very problem my potential client has. That's our solution section. And then finally, third, the last step is some type of call to action to invite people to take a next step with you to see what other possibilities there may be. Now, your next step, your action, could be a small ask or it could be something big. It just depends on where you are in the situation and how much rapport you've built with the person you're talking to. My next step or my next 20 seconds for this action piece usually sounds something like this. I would love to invite you to explore what coaching could provide for you. Would you be open to talking a bit more? You could schedule a 90-minute free consultation with me just by going to this link. Here, do you have your phone? We could schedule it right now. And just like that, I've invited people to take the next step with me, helping to commit them to action to explore what synergies might be there, what possibilities there could be for us to share business and resources in the future. Now, sometimes that's a big step. If you're rushed for time and people are moving very quickly, you might not be able to get in a full action step. But by having some type of action, like let's exchange cards, do you mind if I grab your email? What's your phone number? I'll text you right quick so we can talk more about it. Any of those things are viable action steps that people can take immediately to make sure you stay connected and can go deeper into what the relationship should entail. So those are the 3 steps: problem, solution, and action step. And now for the challenge. If you can do that in 60 seconds, I challenge you to work that down to 30 seconds. Can you do it in half as much time? Right? And even better, if you can do it that way, get it down to 3 sentences. So that way, anytime someone DMs you on social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and asks, hey, what is it you do? You can spit out almost instantaneously. I help magnify women in business spaces so they can do more and be more for their communities. That's mine. So I challenge you, take the PSA challenge, do your 60-second practice, and then get it down to 30 seconds, and then 3 sentences. And when you've nailed it, go ahead and drop that in the comments so I can shout you out. All right? Hope that helps you guys. Make sure to grab the freebie if you want to work through the steps even more intentionally, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.